Hail Metal Nation, it is I, Tim, that is Mike, this is Podcast Them Down, and we've been wearing the same shirts for 3 weeks, and this is another metal promo review where we read metal promos that have been sent to us and decide how many ears we will be dedicating to said item being promoted, up to 2. Perfect score would be 4 total, awful score would be 0, and I know what's coming, and I know I'm going to throw a 0 out in this episode.
Oh boy.
So,
Okay.
Without further ado, let's get into this. I was looking forward to your reaction on this.
Oh.
All right.
What?
All right. Collapsed Vein. Out now. Listen to Pain Communion, the debut album from Death Doom Project, Collapsed Vein. Label Executioner 213 Recordings, release date April 18th, 2025. Digitals, LP, CD, Doom Metal, Death Metal, Funeral Doom from the United States. Collapsed Vein, the solo Death Doom project by Kevin George from US, is what it says. It just released its debut album. I mean, his debut album? Pain Communion via Executioner 213 Recordings. The album combines slow, atmospheric doom with pipe organs and choral elements, creating a dark and heavy sound. The project started in 2013 with the material gradually taking shape over years. That is it.
Okay.
So I looked it up, like where in the United States. He's from Montana.
Oh.
Yeah, that surprised me because no one's from Montana. There are the two places no one's from are Montana and Wyoming. And somehow this guy's from Montana.
All right.
And he's not even from a city I've heard of, Kalispell, Montana.
Okay, so I actually like this art quite a bit.
Yeah, so it's just black and white line drawing, kind of looks like a wood carving, and it's like an evil pope skeleton, and there's like a forest and pentagrams and a dodecahedron and skeletons and branches. Yeah. And it's framed.
There's an Illuminati eye. I mean, I actually like, okay, disregarding the picture of the guy, this looks fantastic, right? Like it looks very black metal. Absolutely.
Apparently, this city is next to Glacier National Park, which explains why he's into death metal. I mean, black metal.
If you think about it, Montana should spawn way more death metal and black metal than it does.
It should.
Right.
Amongst cities in Montana, it is the 8th largest by area and 7th most populous. I don't think I could name 6 other cities in Montana other than Helena or Helena, or how I don't even know how it's pronounced. And don't forget Butte. That's the joke. That's the joke.
All right.
Come to Podcast Them Down. Subscribe for more Montana humor.
What do you get when you drive to Helena? I don't know the punchline, but
actually, Butte is a real metal city because I think they had a mining disaster, so they basically have a poison lake.
Oh, that is metal.
Yeah. All right. So I interrupted you with a bunch of butts, but
all right. So I'm trying to figure out like if the lighting is just sort of weird. Is he wearing like grease paint of some sort?
Oh, the photo. Yeah. So the photo, it looks like you just pissed him off, and he's like, "What's the problem, bro?" And he's about to punch you.
I feel bad that I also don't know the name of the band of the shirt, or I don't know the band of that he's wearing.
Yeah, he's wearing Siglos. Never heard of it.
I've never heard of Siglos. But that being said, other than the fact that it's just kind of weird that it's just like one guy and it sort of looks like, it doesn't really look like he's posing for a photo. It looks like he was just like, and then looked up and it's like, there you got the photo.
Click.
Yeah.
Like he's backstage, like preparing himself for the concert and, oh, fuck.
Yeah, what I'm trying to figure out is like, if you see, it's probably just his complexion, but like if like around his beard and maybe up near his eye, I'm trying to figure out if there's like some sort of makeup or something like that. I think I'm overthinking it.
Yeah, I bet it's just hot back there.
Yeah, fair enough.
Siglos is a groove industrial metal band from Los Angeles that sings in Spanish.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, El Camino del Guerrero. So what's
Okay.
that? The Soldier's Road, I think. El Paso de mis Ancestros.
So, based on all of this, I want to give this 2 ears. I'm totally into this. Like,
Oh, yeah.
like the name is awesome. Collapsed vein, pain communion. The art's awesome.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed. So it says Pain Communion in the text here, but on the album cover it says Pain Communion.
Which is even more metal.
That's right.
No, I love this. Yeah, I'm
Views
totally
aren't
down.
pointy enough.
Yeah, so I'm 2 ears.
Yeah, I think it was very smart to have the album art be ready to silk screen, and he doesn't have to buy new art. That's budget consciousness for himself and the fans. I like it.
I did notice that his band photo was taken by Feisty Photography, which I find hilarious for some reason. Feisty Photography.
Yeah. I wonder how many concert photographers there are.
Yeah, in Montana.
Yeah, in Montana as a whole. Yeah, yeah, I'm in, but I'm not all in. I'm going 1.666 years.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, this looks like just based on aesthetics alone. That looks awesome.
Absolutely. All right, next up, Greek metalers TEMOR unveil new single Descending. Let's see, Greek melodic death metal outfit TEMOR have released their brand new single Descending. The track carries a strong emotional weight for the band. Originally written by guitarist Theo back in 2004, Descending marks the starting point of his former band Descending, a project that also included guitarist Constantine for several years. Bringing the song back after 2 decades, TEMOR breathed new life into it with fresh arrangements while preserving its original essence. The single blends soaring melodies and sharp riffs with a touch of darkness, a sound that defines TEMOR's vision. Formed in 2023 by Theo, ex-Descending, and vocalist Thyragon, TEMOR's lineup also features Konstantinos Chinis on haldorophone and cello. What even is that?
I have
That
never.
is, yeah, me neither. That is spelled HALLDOROPHONE. It is a cello-like electronic instrument, and it looks like it looks like a 1950s future post-apocalyptic sci-fi instrument that like the robots play.
Can you get one of these? Like,
Well, in Greece, there's at least one of them. Anyway, one of only 6 haldorophones in existence worldwide.
okay. I guess that answers my question.
I should have just kept reading. Anyway, alongside guitarist Constantine, ex Primal Fear, Mystic Prophecy, Night Rage, and Nightfall. What? And bassist Bill Manthopoulos. Listen to the new single now, blah, blah, blah. This is like, this guy has this impressive resume, and yet this album is self-released. It came out April 12th, 2025. Melodic death metal from Greece. Format is digital. So the artwork, I don't know what's going on here. It's a heart full of nails. Is it a heart? No, it's arms.
Yeah, it's like skulls and then some of a body.
And it looks like he's trying to do a shadow puppet.
Yeah, but it's like he's been nailed into a bunch.
And then there's cobwebs.
Or glass breaking. Probably cobwebs. And in the middle is like wrought iron. I mean, it's pretty metal.
Absolutely.
I am blown away by the fact that you literally couldn't play this. Like absolutely nobody could replicate this.
No, there's 5 more. Okay, so this guy Constantine was a live guitarist for Primal Fear, and then he was in all those other bands.
That's wild.
I'm trying to figure out when. Live musicians. Just for 1 year, so it looks like he toured with them. Let's see. Nightfall, I've definitely heard of them. They're from Athens.
Yeah, Night Rage as well. And
Mystic Prophecy, they're from Germany. They were relatively big. I assume they still are. I don't know. This guy's got an impressive resume. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, Night Rage was with Thomas Lindbergh for a while.
And Gus from Firewind was in Mystic Prophecy for a while.
Yeah, and one of the... Yeah, okay. On the first Night Rage album, Tom England from Evergrey is pretty frequent on it. So, wow. I don't know. I'm pretty fascinated by this, actually.
Okay, so the band photo.
Yeah.
Need to address this. I guess the one guy came straight from work.
That's Dad.
Yeah, that's Dad.
That's Dad and his family.
And, they're all wearing boots except for one guy who brought his sneakers. And so it's the band standing in front of this black wall, and it has the logo above it. And I like to think that's not photoshopped. I like to think that they went there and painstakingly painted this logo onto the wall for the picture.
No, that's just there. And they were like, oh, this is a great band name.
There's our logo. How did you come up with your logo?
Can you play the Haldora phone? I have an band idea.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So Dad's in the middle and everybody else is okay.
Yep. All right. So what do you? I don't even know what to think. And why are there 6 of them? I mean, they have a cello.
2 guitars.
Cello, bass, 2 guitars. Maybe a dedicated singer. That'll do it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I got it here. Guitars, vocals, bass, guitars, Haldorophone, and drums. Yes. All right. I answered my own question.
I want to give it 2 ears because I have so many questions. I have no issues with any of the aesthetics, right? Like the logo is good. The art, it looks well done. It looks metal. Yeah. I guess this is like a flame of skulls. It looks like it should be fire.
It looks like the skull's on fire and is smoking skulls out of it. If that makes sense. It doesn't, but if that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I want to give it 2 ears.
Once again, I am not as generous as you, but I will give this 1.7 ears.
All right.
I'm going to reserve less than a third of my ear just in case. Just in case.
You're going to have a third of your ear degrade as you age. Never used. Oh, my goodness.
Yes. All right. Heavy. So this is from a different service. So the structure's a little different. So I'll go with it. Heavy doom metal power plant Deep Space Mask drops 3rd album Burn in Hell on May 25th. The first single was released on April 16th. That's how they wrote it. That's how they wrote it. All right. Let's see. Bullet points. 3rd album of French riff power plant. Tons of heavy rolling, yet catchy compositions. What's heavy rolling? I don't know. Captivating vintage sound on the edge of time. Deep Space Mask's music is distributed digitally by Record Jet, including YouTube Content ID. Okay, sure. Mastermind Raymz, R-A-Y-M-Z, comments on the first single. Burn in Hell is a perfect track to open on the album. It is fast, short, very memorable, catchy. It has an 80s metal feeling, full of energy, almost punk, raw attitude, raw production, no big technique, just speed, rock and roll. This song is only one mission, to make you want to headbang. The lyrics are obviously ironic. That's what it says. Just reading you what it says. All right, let's see. CD and digital. Here's the track list. Burn in Hell, Teenage Dream, The King, Like a Hurricane, A Price to Pay, Heavy Metal, Master of Evil, Voices, and Open the Gates, which is a Manila Road cover. Straight course on a classic orbit. Founded in 2020, Deep Space Mask continued to explore its own created cosmos in the years that followed, and is now chasing through space on a final heavy doom metal destination course with its important third album, Burn in Hell. For fans of Motorhead, Iommi, and Hawkwind, why would you specifically say Tony Iommi's solo project and not Black Sabbath? I don't get that. Heavy metal, stoner metal, doom metal. All right.
Fuck this.
Okay. So what caught my eye about this was this terrible AI artwork. It is absolute trash. And so what it is, it's a guitar with some chains around and there's skulls and
sort of a Gibson
moon.
SG.
Yeah, and it's just like they typed in, give me a metal album cover, right? And you can tell right off the bat that this is AI because it doesn't make sense. So the guitar, it's like a pointier SG, like you said, but it has far too many toggle switches and knobs. Okay, and then it's missing a tuning peg at the top. It has 5 instead of 6, even though it clearly has 6 strings. And the more you look at this artwork, the less it makes sense. So there's a chain going through the nose of one of the skulls for some reason. One of the chains is just kind of floating. There's a very hilariously small wrecking ball at the end of one of these massive chains. They didn't try. They put it. Oh, and the strings are wavy because it doesn't know how to make a guitar.
And the frets are too.
And if you didn't notice, Deep Space Mask is not centered, and neither is Burn in Hell. And they're not
offset.
Yeah, they're not offset in pleasing ways. They're just like shittily put on there. So then you get the the band photo, which is the three of them playing. He's holding one of the shittiest guitars of all time, the Gibson SG. He's got a Misfits hoodie on, but you can't see his face. And he's so badass, he's giving you the finger. Oh, what are you gonna do, you fucking square? And the other guys, you can't, they're wearing hoodies, and it's just like, this whole thing is just so fucking stupid. This is Zero Ears.
Yeah, Zero. It's like they're trying to evoke Midnight.
Well, they're not.
But not only poorly, but Midnight, like this attitude is thrash. It is not stoner doom, right? Like, that's not stoner doom.
This cover isn't stoner doom either. This is like shitty tattoo shop.
Yeah, this is Zero.
This is not only a swing and the miss. This is a swing and a hit yourself in the balls. These are baseball analogies. I know we have a worldwide audience, and maybe not all those people know baseball analogies. So
I don't know baseball analogies either.
There you go. Okay,
yeah, this is terrible.
Yeah, let's get this out of here. All right, here we go. Norwegian band Infernal are finally back with Ave. It's lowercase a,
Ave?
capital V, lowercase e. I'm guessing it's Ave, yes.
Okay.
As in like Ave Maria.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Their raw and uncompromising new EP out now digitally via Hellstain Records, featuring 3 brand new tracks and a bonus version of Dominator. Release date was March 21st, 2025. Digital's black metal from Norway. From the cold shadows of the Norwegian underground, Infernal returns with Ave, their first proper release in years. Out now digitally through Hellstain Productions.
Wait.
Digitally.
Oh,
No, digitally. I said it wrong. Best known.
That would be great.
This is how true Norwegian black metal they are. Best known for a few raw and elusive demo recordings. The band finally breaks their silence with a new EP that doesn't flinch or bend to modern black metal conventions. It's either true with a V. Ave is a straight shot of no frills, 90s rooted black metal. 3 new tracks push forward with the same feral energy that defined the early scene, topped off with a bonus version of Dominator, recorded across 2 sessions in 2023 and 2024 at Aber Studio. The release is sharp, uncompromising, and completely free of unnecessary polish. All right. The EP includes a Mephisto intro sampled from the 1977 horror film Alucarda, while the cover photo was captured by Berserk, who also co-produced and mixed the material. That's it. All right, so the photo is of a church pipe organ.
That's it.
And it's black and white, and they made it gray, and then the band logo is Infernal, which is like, it's angular, and they jammed into inverted crosses. And then in like an old English font, they wrote Ave in the bottom right.
We all know that an inverted cross makes you metal, right? That was it. I was joking that Ghost isn't metal. That was my
joke. That's a double joke for our listeners. I mean, twatchers.
Twatchers. All right.
What country is Norway in? I'm looking
down south. That's down. That is south of Texas.
Oh, on Metal Archives, it's also AKA Infernal with umlauts over the A.
It's for their band photo. It's really too bad they got caught out in the rain.
They look like,
it's like,
you know, they got the bullet belts and the black leather, and I love the one guy pointing at the camera.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Do the length of the spikes on their gauntlets like correspond to anything? Because guy on the right has the longest spikes there are.
He also looks like the most coherent. Like everybody else kind of looks like they just woke up. You know what I mean? Like everybody's is like, the hair's crazy. It's clearly a windy day
and rainy.
Yeah. There's this weird effect that looks like, I don't know. It looks like rain. Looks like we're playing Silent Hill 2.
Yeah. So they put out demos in 97, 98 and 2000, and then another demo in 2022 after taking 20 years off.
Wow.
They've been doing stuff again.
That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
Somebody go to prison for bombing a church.
Oh, yeah. Well, the maximum sentence in Norway for murder is 25 years. So it was almost as bad as murder. Yeah. So there you go.
I'll give it an ear.
Yeah. If it's going to channel true black metal, that is worth an ear. And these guys seem to be on the true side of things. It's spelled with zeros, TR00.
Oh, boy.
I'm looking at the other bands that they've been in. Oh, hey, you didn't mention that Berserk, the guy who mixed it and captured this photo because he smuggled a camera into a church with the pipe organ, also played keyboards. It says he plays bass and guitar and keyboard, so who knows?
Huh.
But he did everything else. Yeah, so 1 ear from me and 1 ear from you. That's 2 ears. I got to get the sound sample from that black metal documentary where they asked the guy from, I think, Gorgoroth, they go, what inspires you? And he pulls up his goblet that has like wine in it or something. And
Mountain Dew.
It's
full of Mountain Dew.
He's just like expressionless. Takes a sip. Satan. I gotta get that. All right. Well, until next time, Metal Nation. Is this organ on the album? If there's an organ on the cover, I want to hear it on the album. Unless your name is, what was that? What was the one from the last one? Come something?
Oh, God.
That's an organ I don't want to hear on the album. But this kind of organ I'd like to hear on the album.
How did we already forget the name of that band? They won.
I don't know. They were just so good.
Oh, and who's the winner for this one?
Oh, well, unfortunately, it's not Infernal. Sorry, guys. And it's definitely not Deep Space Mask and their shitty ass cover. So it's probably Collapsed Vein.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So congratulations. You won. Everything's a competition. All right. Until next time, Metal Nation. Just keep those veins non-collapsed. And, fix your poison quarry, Butte, Montana. You're on notice.
Cast them down.
It might have been a mine. Who knows? I'll read the Wikipedia and I'll fix it in post.
So, Collapsed Vein assigned to execution or 213 recordings. Wasn't 213 the employee that got killed in Metalocalypse?
Oh, it was.
Was it 213 or was it 216?
I forget, but I do have. Was it? Shit, where is it? Was it this guy?
I'm a highly skilled microphone cleaner,
Yes.
my masters, and what I most can the least would be do not a bad job, but always a good.
Oh, it's 216. It's 216.
Ah, so close.